Welcome to the Sports on Pulse. I'm Gary Al Smith, and with just a couple of days to go to the World Cup qualifiers, the Black Stars have already landed and they are having their first training session in Kumasi as we speak. Now, the Black Stars will be playing against Congo Brazzaville. That will be on September the 1st on Friday. And we'll look at the performance of the invited players ahead of that game. In studio with me, very quickly, we'll be doing the talk is Fifi. So this weekend, we know that Jordan Ayew was in action. He scored. Christian Achu had an assist. And also, who else among the team should we look out for?
Thomas Partey. He was given a shot for the first time in this season's La Liga. And he showed Diego Simeone what he is missing. He played in the central midfield role. And he impressed. And he capped off the emphatic win at Las Palmas with a goal, with a very neat strike. And he joined the party there. Thomas joining the party there, and also there were goals for Jordan Ayew. That's huge for his confidence, and that makes it two successive. That means a second successive goal in 2 games for him at Swansea City. Remember, in midweek he scored in their Carling Cup victory, and also doing same against Crystal Palace. But unfortunately, Jeffrey Schlupp, who was supposed to be in action, was not selected by Frank de Boer, so he was not in action when Swansea took on Crystal Palace there. Right.
So we are seeing that game between Palace and Swansea. Jordan, are you scoring as well?
This is Tammy
and that
Abraham.
Is Tammy Abraham's
strike
goal.
Partner. And they are so far so good. They've worked to perfection. Forget about the 4-0 deficit against Manchester United. Their partnership is growing, and they are very formidable.
So also, speaking about Jordan Ayew, we'll be seeing how he scored that goal pretty shortly. And then, how has he been used for Swansea, and how should he be used for the Black Stars?
For Swansea, he plays behind. He partners Tammy Abraham, but I think he works more. And Abraham obviously is the typical number 9, so he likes to stand in the box, and Jordan works as the number 10 for him. He gets the ball from the back and works in play and feeds him the ball. But he's always getting in the goals, and that's quite impressive for him. I feel he could partner Samojan, and they could work to perfection on Friday.
So let's come to, so we've seen the striking force of Jordan Ayew, and Andre Ayew as well was on the losing side, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was not an impressive performance at all for Andre Ayew. He was outclassed by a certain Christian Achu when Newcastle took on West Ham United. And West Ham United, they are in shambles. They are struggling at the moment. The only bright spot for them has been Javi Hernandez Chicharito. And obviously all the players are sleeping. And Slaven Bilic was 10 on them. He slammed their performance against Newcastle over the weekend. But let's move from Andre Ayew. Let me tell you about someone who got his debut goal, and there's Jonathan Mensah. He scored for the first time in the MLS. He's a designated player, DP. So often he's been criticized. His performance has been under scrutiny, but on Saturday he showed what they are missing, and he got up front and he powered in a goal. Huge goal, and good for his confidence as he arrives for the Black Stars.
There are a couple of players as well whose inclusion by Kwesi Appiah have been suspect. Some playing for Marisburg on the bench.
And that's Richard Ofoyi, the goalkeeper you're talking about. And this is a crucial game. This is a game that Ghana needs all 3 points. And if you look at the last 3 games, Richard Ofoyi has been our number 1 spot. And if you consider the fact that he's been on the bench, obviously he's rusty. Yeah. So we were expecting someone like Fatau Dauda to come in, someone who has been consistent in the Nigeria Premier League. Fatau Dauda, every week he's been consistent, and he's been given more chance. But Kwesi Appiah chose to ignore him, and he brings in Richard Ofoyi. But I feel he will not get a start on Friday, and maybe Joseph Ado, who has been with the local Black Stars, will get a chance to play against Congo.
Another interestingly or a risky decision by Kwesi Appiah was to drop Bubarak Wakaso and Ajiman Bedu. Tell us about the players he has brought in instead, and how they will need to, repose their confidence in them.
Also dropping Ifri Akwa, and I feel.
But Ifri will be back because
we are hearing reports that Ifri Akwa will be back. But if you look at the 24-man squad he presented, dropping Mubarak Wakaso instead of Isaac Saki, and I feel it's a mismatch. Or instead of picking Isaac Saki instead of Emmanuel Ajimambedu. Let me use it that way because they both play in Turkey. Yeah. And if you look at the numbers, Ajimambedu has had more game time than Isaac Saki. So I feel if you're looking at the criteria, they've always been preaching to us that they used in selecting the players, consistency is key. So if consistency is key, then Ajimambedu fits in. And also looking at his experience with the Black Stars, also he's in form at the moment. He scored 1 goal in 3 games. I think he deserves to be in there, but Isaac Saki has been pegged. But Mubarak Okasu also has been dropped, and I don't know the reason. I think maybe politics in the Black Stars. Maybe politics, I would like to put it that way, because also if you look at his numbers, very impressive. Over the weekend, he was in action for Deportivo Alaves when they took on Barcelona. I think it took Lionel Messi's inspiration to down Alaves. They were very solid, and Mubarak Okasu playing a vital role for Alaves over the weekend there.
Right, so that's about it for the Black Stars players we should be looking out for. There'll be more training sessions in Kumasi ahead of that game. So important, just to remind you, Egypt are on top of that Group E with 6 points. Uganda are second with 4. The Black Stars are third with 1 point. And Congo-Brazzaville are bottom of the table with no point at all. If Ghana have to qualify, they would need some luck, especially from Uganda. Thank you, Fifi. Sure. Fifi and I will be back at 6 p.m. for the football show. We'll be doing more analysis of the games and more. I'm Gary Al Smith, and that's the sport.